Hey guys, I'm Rix here, and today I'm coming back at you with technically what is another episode of the Vietnam War mock, or another part, should I say, since I'm calling them parts. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit special. So I know that we recently passed double digits in the mock videos, but I didn't do anything special in episode 10 simply because I forgot that it was episode 10. Yes, as you guys may have noticed, I've been very bad in these videos about remembering which part I'm actually on for the videos themselves. Now I'm going to take a guess here. Hopefully I'm right. I think that we're on part 14 for this video. So if you get to this part of the video and you're still watching, and I'm correct about what part it is, let me know in the comments below. That would be great. Hopefully I am. But anyways, something that a lot of you have been asking for on some of these Vietnam War mock videos is for me to do an Opfor-centric minifigure episode. So I've done a lot of episodes where I show off a lot of the figures for the Americans. As you can see, I have one guy here that just has his dog tags. But I haven't done a lot of videos where I talk much about the Opfor selection that I have going for this mock. And so why don't we do that today? As you can see, my Opfor selection is rather small. So of course, the North Vietnamese Army and the Viet Cong are our Opfor for this mock, and we have them in these two minifigures on the middle and right side of your screen. So as you can see here, he just has an AK-47 pouches on the front. He has AK-47 pouches on the front, should I say, along with some various other pouches and just some very standard loadout for someone who would have been in the North Vietnamese Army. Now on the right side, we have someone who has a bunch of, I believe, grenades for maybe some sort of special thing. I'm actually not entirely sure what these, if I can get to focus, what these are for. I think that they're grenades. Maybe I'm wrong. Now that I look at them, I think that I'm wrong. But anyways, hopefully I'm right. Sometimes I find that I am wrong in these videos and you guys correct me, so maybe that'll happen. But these are essentially the two body types that I have for my Opfor selection. I do have 4 of these guys, and then I have a couple of these figures. I have one that just has traditional AK mags, but all in all, I only have 6 Opfor figures, so that's rather small. That's why you guys might have noticed I have not really put a lot of the Opfor onto the mock itself yet, simply due to the fact that the numbers I have of them is very low, and I don't really know how I would set them up. This is all down to the fact that I think that I've mentioned in previous videos, but this is down to the fact that TMC has not released Opfor for the Vietnam War much this year. They released this North Vietnamese Army figure, but they have not released anything for the Viet Cong, and this is really where the brunt of my Opfor, I think, collecting will go, simply due to the fact that I think that the mocks that involve these figures would be more interesting to create. So that's kind of the big reasoning why you're not going to see a lot of those. I hope that that answers some questions about the Opfor minifigures. I know that I've gotten a lot of them, but maybe that'll help qualm some fears you guys have that I don't have any, and that's why there aren't any on the mock, or that I'm kind of, not showing you guys everything. I simply don't have the numbers of these to lay them out yet, so that's kind of where that stands. Now, I guess moving on to the other figure that you see here, away from the Opfor concentration of this video, but I actually recently ordered the ACAV add-on pack from Brickmania, and so what that comes with is a bunch of torsos that are just flesh tones and have maybe short sleeves and stuff like that. So I think that what a lot of you guys are pointing out rightly is that a lot of my minifigures are completely covered, and actually oftentimes in the Vietnam War, the figures didn't have a shirt on, or they wore sleeveless stuff, or they wore tank tops. So I think that that's where the ACAV pack and stuff like this figure from K-Town Bricks are going to come in handy, because I'm going to be able to kind of vary the minifigures that I have. So keep an eye out for when I add these figures to the mock. They'll probably just appear one day, and I'm not really going to draw much attention to them, but they will be added soon. Beyond that, I don't think I really have a lot of other minifigure stuff for this update video. Especially, I don't really have any other updates for the Opfor side of this. It's simply due to the fact that TMC hasn't released any of these Viet Cong figures, or updated ones, should I say, and the Brickmania's ones are really bad, so I didn't get any of them. So that's really what I'm waiting for. We'll see whether they're released. It kind of feels like TMC's schedule this year has been very random, not very consistent. So I don't know when we'll see them, but I'm hopeful that eventually we will, because we have seen a huge Vietnam release this year so far. So hopefully that continues. But that's just where it stands. It's out of my hands, it's out of my control. I wish it wasn't, but that's just the reality of the situation. So that's really all I have for this video. I don't think that there's any reason for me to drag it on any longer. I stumbled there. But as always, guys, do all the normal stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.